Hi everybody, and welcome to my guide to Glamours. In this guide we're going to be talking about several topics. First, how to unlock, how to convert glamour prisms, how to glamour the old way, your glamour dresser, the armoire, glamour plates themselves, dyeing, and then obviously applying these glamours to your character. There's a lot to cover, so let's just go ahead and do this thing, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you get stuck on any particular topic. Now, if you already haven't unlocked Glamours, the quest will begin here, a self-improving man at level 15. And this is in Mordona. To access Mordona, you have a couple different areas. You can get to it from Northern Thanolin or Korthus Central Highlands. And then you'll see that listed right here. Depending on where you're coming from, it might be a little safer to go from Norse Route to the Highlands back to Mordona to have easy access to the NPC here, Wizcard. Now, if I want to convert any old prisms, I can do that right here under Glamour Prism Collection. And anything that I've got, I can go ahead and convert. The NPC Tataroga also allows you to be able to purchase various glamour items, various clear prisms, and be able to also masterwork those so that you can actually make the glamours yourselves if desired. If you're curious, the Emperor's New whatever means it just is going to be a blank spot. So a new robe would just have you go shirtless, or a new fisticuffs for a monk would just have you hit them with your fist rather than any kind of particular weapon. Okay, so the nice thing about this change is that the old system still exists. You can still say cast glamour, pick an item, and have it automatically transfer or glamour for this process. So you're not going to be restricted to only using the glamour prisms, only using the glamour dresser and your glamour plates. But it's easy to say. You pick your item, you say cast, and now my Nightsteel Battle Axe is this brand new axe that glows and looks awesome, which I'm very thrilled with. So you have that, and there you go. Now that obviously does require that you have the item in your inventory. So you can't class glamour to anything that is as a part of your glamour dresser. So that's a whole separate system, just FYI. Okay, so at the time of this patch, your glamour dresser is a part of an end room. Right now you can get to an end room from pretty much any city-state. I don't know about Kugani, I've never really tried, so I'll let you guys make the decision there. But you will want to retire to an end room. Now your glamour dresser and your armoire are two very important pieces of this coin. Your armoire lets you deposit any item that is on its kind of selected list. I've already deposited all my items, so you won't see anything here. The upside for the armoire is that you can pull these items out if you desire. Anything you put into the glamour dresser is no more. It will not be able to retrieve that item itself. But you can see that it's got various categories for seasonal gear that they add over time, and these items are just be able to store, and you'll be good to go from that perspective. It's important to use the armoire because right now you are going to be limited to 200 different prisms that you can apply to your glamour dresser. However, anything within your armoire is fair game. So you don't waste a glamour prism in your glamour dresser when it could easily be stored and saved in your armoire. So check that out first. Now, it won't let you store anything in your armoire unless it's at 100% repair. So just make sure you hit it, repair NPC, drop it off in the armoire, and then there you go. Now, the glamour dresser has various categories and you have 200 spaces. So you can really apply anything and anything that you want within here up to pretty much various restrictions. I haven't seen anything that's purple level, any kind of legendary gear, any stuff that'll let me deposit. But for the most part, it's very easy to use. Now, do take note, this will show you everything. It will not limit or restrict based off of your gear set. So it's very easy that you might accidentally put something that you're currently using into the system itself. But selecting an item, in this case, will give you this warning. Go ahead and say yes, and then that item will be added to the appropriate tab. Now, one of the things I do find a little bit annoying right now is that whenever I press B, I would expect to kind of go up to the next level, but it does exit me out of the entire system so that I end up opening and closing the glamour dresser pretty frequently. Now, once you have all the items that you want, either in your armoire or your dresser, you can edit your glamour plates. But it is important to note that glamour plates are still restricted by the job that these items are made for. So just be sure to probably have a couple of all classes items in your dresser. at all times. This will make it a little bit easier if you play multiple roles. But click on Glamour plates and you can see that you have a lot of options. Here is a specific Dark Knight build. So this is only going to work and apply to the Dark Knight itself. So that's why I went ahead and put in a Dark Knight weapon, so I'm very well aware that this is a Dark Knight plate. Now I have a couple of other generic plates that I have built just for various fun. So I can have here a nice little Cloud Strife, and then and Lionheart build here for fun, and then a nice thing for Halloween. Now let's say I want to get a little fancy. You can dye various items, and you can do that based off the plate itself. If you pull up your menu item, you can select dye, and here if you have the dye, you can go ahead and pick and just dye the coat or whatever you want accordingly, and that's going to be saved to the plate itself. This is very handy, especially if you want to have the same coat for different jobs and you want it to be different colors. So that this is going to give you a lot of freedom here. Let's say you want to remove an item from the image, you can just say remove item from plate and it's gone. And if you want to re-add that item, you just select the gear slot. It's going to take you to the appropriate spot. And you can see that my pumpkin helmet's no longer here. So this is just going to show you right here where all your items are for your Glamour dresser. But hitting on Open Armoire will allow you to cycle through the various events and seasonal events. And I'm going to pick on my pumpkin head. And there we go. Hitting save will save it. And then I can at this point apply it to my current look. So now you can see that I am my pumpkin-headed axe-wielding scary guy. You can also do this from your character screen. So Glamour plates will pull up this menu, and then you can kind of cycle through, hit apply, and there you go, and there you have it. By not putting in anything into your weapon spot, it then doesn't matter. It only applies the Glamour to the spots that it can be applied to. You can see these Glamours are all classes Glamours. So it does not matter what job I'm on, these can apply to all. And then if you want to, you can build out various things for specific jobs too. What's important to note is you only have 10 of these plates, so use them wisely. This is a lot more freedom that you've had in the past, so I'm actually very proud of it. I'm very happy with the system. In fact, it's going to make me Glamour a lot more often than I ever have in the past. So guys, I hope you found this to be helpful with that. I hope you've found this to be useful, and let me know if you have any questions. Like I said in the comments below, this is a really cool system, and you know what, Glamour is the true end game. It looks like Square Enix is really embracing that. So whether you agree or disagree, I hope you find this to be something to help A, manage your inventory, and then B, make it easier to cast these Glamours on yourself so you're not having to spend so much time messing around with it. The reason you want to do that is there is a weekly event in the Gold Saucer where you can try to compete for various themes of gear. So if you really like Glamour, you can actually get some rewards of MGP for that as well. Anyway guys, that wraps it up for me. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope to see you in my next, but until then, I hope you have a fantastic week, and take care.
Whoa! Thank you so much for watching! There should be another video like over here! Or there! Or a vlog somewhere around here! And the subscribe button is below with the contact info! Here we go!